My sister Kathy, if you were granted one more hour on this earth before your destined time to go home, what would you do with that 1 hour?
Spend it with my family, with Miss Brooklyn, making the last memory.
Monica, who would you want to play you in the movie version of Wednesday with Sally? I'm dying to know the answer!
I can't just think of one. My first one that came to mind was Bette Midler. She's got that spunk, that naughtiness about her. I thought about the lady that played Evan Brockovich. That would be... Oh, now in my head.
Julia.
Julia Roberts. And the third one is Sandra Bullock. I like all those three.
I'm only...
Sandra Bullock has that little naughtiness. It doesn't matter what she plays in, she has that little... Yes.
Okay, Natasha, if you could come back in another form, an animal form, what animal would that be and why?
A bird.
And why?
Because I love birds. I've had many birds. I had a budgie. An ounce and a half budgie that never thought he was a budgie. His name was Billy, and he used to roll on his back, and I used to tickle his belly. He used to play with Lego bricks, and the thing that he loved to do the most was take a shower with me. I could never go to the bathroom without him. So if I could come back and be as spunky as what he was. I had cockatiels too. I had one that dive bombed a cop. This lady cop came to the house to tell us about a pedophile in the area, and all she wanted to do was to talk to me about it because I had young kids and I live in a very small place, and I had to put the bird away. He was never used to being locked up, but he was naughty. So yeah, it would definitely have to be a bird.
Okay, Kelly, what is the most important thing you've learned?
To live life to the fullest. To not be afraid of whatever comes. Not every day is an easy day, but you take it, you mull it through your emotions, and then you toss it on its way. And the little man on the shoulder, you give him a flick. Tell him to get lost.
Desiree, if you could tell one person what you thought, even if it would hurt their feelings, what would it be?
Oh, that'd be hard. I think it would have to be, if I was to do that, it would have to be like constructive criticism. Something that could change them, maybe something that they weren't aware of. Yeah, nobody likes to be told anything, but to tell somebody where they could learn from it, that would be valuable for them.
Do you have anybody specific, though? Maybe you don't. I just asked.
No.
This is Jean, co-parent, okay? If you can come back and be guardian to just one person on earth, who would it be?
It's a no-brainer. Miss Brooklyn.
I already knew that. I knew that would be your answer, of course.
Because even through Miss Brooklyn, I think about my daughter and my son, but even through Miss Brooklyn, because we have such a connection, she'd be able to tell my daughter and my son things like through, from me, through her, and,
Jason, if you could do anything you wanted today, what would it be?
If I could be...
If you could do anything you wanted today, what would it be?
I'd like to jump out of an airplane. I haven't got there yet. And I'd definitely have my camera going while I was going down.
My sister Deb, how would you like to celebrate events when your soul is in heaven and mine is on earth?
Glass of Guinness.
Yes. Cheers to you, my friend.
Yep.
Of course. Marlene asked this to her friend. What sign after you're gone will you leave people to let them know you're around? And I'll be watching for it, by the way.
Blue. Well, I've kind of, commented on, some people like, I'm just gonna come out of the shadows sometimes and just go blue. I think, could be flickering of the lights, could be pulling of the hair. What I'd leave behind is what somebody did to me, and it was Tommy, that was my old neighbor, and he did different things to me, and it was pulling my hair and stuff like that. But one of the most things that I remember was when I was going to lock a door, and I had the stroke of the hand, like that.
All right, so Kylie did have another question, and I was reluctant to ask it, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
Is there any way you can stay alive?
Yes, there is. And it's not to be alive physically, like as to be in here. To be alive is leaving the memories for other people to pick up, because your life becomes a history book through pictures and through memories that other people have of you, and that way you stay alive. For people to celebrate your life, that once a year thing, whether it be, something you used to do with that person, that's keeping that person alive and in your heart.
Okay, my first question is, would you like to meet some of the cupcakes?
Yes. I would, because they're a wonderful bunch of people, and I don't even know any of them. I don't, to try and put faces, I can't. My fear is of something adverse happening before I really got to meet these people and thank them. I don't want to do it on my deathbed. I don't want to, just leave little notes, but I think, yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, my second one. How do you want to be remembered after you're gone?
I hope people remember me for teaching them, or as a teacher of life, I guess would be the word, of learning from me. And I know I've already said it, but I'll reiterate it, to just not be afraid. Go out there, don't be afraid to be yourself, no matter what it is. You have a voice. Doesn't matter what situation you are in life, you have a voice. And just be yourself, be kind to others, be good to others, and you got to be good to yourself. And in order for people to like you and to love you, you have to like and love yourself. That's what I'd like to. And I think most of all, not to be afraid to die. It's okay to die. It's okay to go through the emotions and the fears and all the things that come with that. But in the end, it's okay to die, because this is just the body, and your soul's going to move on. And you know what? Be not afraid.